culture trickles down from Riley himself. That team is always structured in his image. Even the coach he has was in Spoelstra is in his own image. You know, he tried to do that with Van Gundy. It didn't work. Comes back with a guy who's played a role in every single level in their organization. The perfect guy for that particular team and for what they believe in. And what have the Knicks been since Riley left?
Yep.
Right? And even if you count the fact that Van Gundy, the reason why Van Gundy wasn't the true reason why Van Gundy didn't stay in New York is because Van Gundy came from the tree of Riley.
Yep. And
right?
he could smell the dysfunction.
Exactly. So if we do that to ourselves, it only happens because we're not looking at our history. It only happens because we're very unaware of our situation, and we've gotten so enthralled by these superstars, right? And I'm enthralled by them too. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
They're magnificent players, but you need someone who's in charge. You need a Svengali. You need a Sean Marks. You need a Pat Riley. You need a Greg Popovich. If you want sustainable winning, right? You need that person. And for poison to be for us to be poisoning his legacy the way that I'm starting to see, I can't rock with that. Anything else, Sam? We just and we didn't even talk about all the things that we want to talk about. Matter of fact, before we go, we just got to look. We wouldn't be doing the people. I think we just got on our soapbox. We haven't done the people with the people right. Let's look at this schedule real quick. I usually do this with Bam on our weekly, but we haven't potted in so long. We need to get this off. Can we look at the schedule?
Yep, I got it out in front of me.
All right, I'm catching up to you. Hold on.
I can say it out loud if you.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Right, so they got tomorrow night home against Portland.
Mm-hmm. They
said that Curry should be back for Friday's game. Portland's obviously tanking. Hopefully that's a win.
Wait, when is that? Is that Sunday night?
No, that's tomorrow. That's Friday night.
Okay.
We got Monday, so they're off the whole weekend. Monday, home against the Jazz.
Okay.
So no Kyrie against Utah. The good thing is our next two games, next Wednesday is at Memphis, so Kyrie can go,
right.
And at Miami, that's Wednesday, Saturday.
So just before you go past that Memphis game, like everyone I know in the sneaker world is like, they cannot wait to see not who wins or loses the game, not who goes off. They want to measure what the internet does when Kyrie and Ja. I've been telling you guys for a long time, like they, as a dad who has bought his son 13 pairs of Kyrie Irvings, he has more freaking Kyries than he does years of life. And he has every single version up until the 8, because Lord knows if it really has dropped. I heard some people have it. I haven't seen it anywhere.
Kyrie barely wears them, I feel like.
I think he does. He does. And I think you can buy them. It's just in my sneaker world, it hasn't penetrated the force field. And I'm not in a rush to go out and get them, but Trey, my son Trey will show up at breakfast with an iPad showing me, hey Dad, look at the 8s. I like these colors. And that's the way he asks for them. And then he'll say, they even have a shirt that goes with it, Dad. And so, I have a good kid, and I reward him for being a good kid with what he wants. And he loves Kyrie's shoes, and he loves Kyrie's brand, and he loves Kyrie. So I'm not going to sit there and try to poison my son's sports experience, but the writing is on the wall in Nike. Um, they want to go full Ja, and this game is going to tell them a lot. Ask if you know people that work there, that work in Nike basketball in particular. Share with me what your perspective with is in the usual places, but that's what I'm hearing from friends who work there. Sorry, I overly focus on this marketing stuff. So that's going to be at Memphis. Kyrie's playing. It's a huge thing. What's the next game? Sorry.
And then a week, and then Saturday, March 26th, they got at Miami.
Mm-hmm. And we should be totally healthy then by then, I hope.
And then you got a back-to-back. You play Sunday against Charlotte. So their next five are home against Portland, home against Utah, at Grizzlies, at Miami, home against Charlotte, home against Detroit on Tuesday, home against Milwaukee. I mean, the good thing is that in a lot of these games, like the two hardest games, I'd argue, Grizzlies and Heat, although the Jazz are playing well, Grizzlies and Heat are both away. Hornets home. You got the Blazers home, Hornets home, Pistons home. I mean, Bucks home is tough. And then they're at the Hawks, and then their last four, so Kyrie can play there. And then so their last four of the season, unfortunately, Kyrie can't play at any of them because their road game is at the Knicks. So you got home Rockets, at the Knicks, home Cleveland, home Pacers.
That's not horrible.
It's not. It's not hard. If they were, look, as you would say, if they had Kyrie, you could see them winning 8 in a row.
If they had Kyrie, we would have won last night. We would have still been on a winning streak.
If they had Seth Curry, won last night.
Maybe the Memphis team catches us playing regular season ball, and they at home play it like it's a playoff game. Maybe they could have gotten us. But I don't see the Utah game worries me. That is Utah is at home, right?
Yep.
That's like I said, we're better equipped to play these teams because we've got Drummond. We can switch to Clax when Drummond is not working. Like that's the type of versatility that I've always wanted. I always wanted the Nets to be a team that could play any form of basketball presented in front of them. However, I just can't say, man. I just can't say. It's playoff games all the way out. All these games are playoff games. We're a half game out in the 9.
The good thing about the Bucks game and the Grizzlies game is that for both teams, it looks like it's their first game of a back-to-back. So I guess we'll see, depending on how the seeding goes. Like, is that the game that they really try for? Is that a game they don't try as hard for? So we'll see.
We got to end this because this is probably a record length in podcast that we've ever done. But both of us got caught in cancellations and a wide open afternoon. So, and we haven't potted in a while. So we're giving we're giving the people everything on this one. It's gonna take you 3 commutes to listen to this whole thing. And shout out to everybody on Spotify that listens to this freaking thing. I don't know why we have so many Spotify streams. It doesn't feel like it comes from our Twitter, but shout out to everybody that listens to us on Spotify and Apple Music. And fuck everybody on YouTube because no one goes to our YouTube channel. We've got to rejigger that whole thing. We're doing it like amateurs. I actually know what I'm doing with this stuff, and we're doing it like a pair of retards. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, nah, man. It's playoff games on all the way on out. I think we'll be fine. I think we get in. It'd be very, very hard, or something calamitous would have to happen. When KD lost his sneaker and was laying on the floor last night, my whole world fell apart. Because it looked like he stepped on his Achilles. I was like, oh. Yeah, oh man. But it's playoff games here on out. Where are we when everything is said and done, Sam? And we'll close out.
I think we're the 8th seed playing a game against who do you call it? Against the Cavs.
Is there any formulation that makes it where we play the Raptors twice? Can that even happen?
No, you can't play because if the Raptors. Oh well, no, you can't play the Raptors twice because the 7 and 8 play each other and the 9-10 play each other, and then the loser plays the winner of the 9. The loser of the 7-8 plays the winner of the 9-10.
And it puts, as it stands now, because we're the 7th seed. If we stay where we are at, we would be the team that plays away at Toronto, then comes home where Kyrie can't play either.
Yep, right now is the worst case scenario. Right now we're the 8th seed. We'd go to Toronto for the 7-8, and then if we lost, then we would have to play the winner of Charlotte and the Hawks, who are two teams that have given the Nets, especially Charlotte, has given the Nets fits before at home.
Yeah, I don't think they could beat us anymore. They used to be so much more athletic than us. They used to get up so much, up and down the court so much. Like, it was a mismatch with the old team that we had. But now with these other parts, if they can stay healthy, Seth Curry plays last night, we win last night, right? Like, it really hurt us to have Patty Mills back in the starting lineup and go what do you go 2 for 13 or something like that? It's a no bueno for sure. We got like I said, it's playoff games from here on out. Anything else?
No, man, that's it.
It's all been laid out on the floor. Check us out where we check us. Are you checking the Podthorn? I'm not. I've kind of detached. I think I'm gonna chill off of Twitter until I get my account right, my account back, because I felt like I'm like ruining the Podthorn account because I'm not Podthorn. We are Podthorn. me, you, and Matt, and I'm trying to bring other cats in like Steve and the like. And Clayton, we gotta get Clayton on here. Like that dude knows hoops. Majorly.
Yeah.
And hoops lore in the city too. So like, but we are Podthorn. I'm not Podthorn. Are you good, Podthorn?
I'm good.
Then we're good. Check us out.
Peace.
Podthorn. Podthorn. Podthorn.